Today we're going to walk you through 2 heritage churches that we've purchased to renovate into one big luxurious residence.
We will discuss our vision for these buildings and the challenges that face us as we only have 5 months to make this rundown church here into a home for us.
So come join us on our renovation adventure. It could be heaven or it could be hell.
Oh, let's hope it's heaven, babe.
Yes, please. This is my wonderful husband Adam. He is the brilliant architect behind the restoration of these heritage churches.
And this is my gorgeous wife, Lin. She's a historical romance author and a heritage researcher for the churches, and all-round creative genius.
You're watching A.L.T. Adventure Love Travel. This is a channel where we take you on our wild adventures, discuss openly and honestly about love and our relationships, and show you Australia like you've never seen them before.
So come along and follow our journey as we tackle our next great adventure in renovating these 2 heritage churches that were created by Australian pioneers.
If you want to donate to help restore these wonderful heritage churches, click on the link below, and every little bit helps and we really appreciate it.
Yep. So let's start the tour.
So this is one of our front entrances into the church, and I love these gables. They're called gables, right? What are they called? So one of the ideas that I had is that I'd like to paint the outside of the church sort of like an off-white, a soft type of white, and the accents to be black, but not stark black, but more charcoal black. I just want the different contrast, and for the church to look kind of a little bit more historical, but I don't like the paint that's on there now. So the accents would be here, this will be charcoal, the rest be white, and of course this door is going to be colour red. Our first challenge is painting 21-foot ceilings. I hope I'm not afraid of heights. But we just love the stained glass windows. This was donated, these stained glass windows were donated in 1973. And it just gives this whole room such a lovely, lovely feel to it. Over here, this is going to be a kitchen. So it's kind of small, so it's quite a challenge to get everything in this little area. We've already got boxes in here, and that's a door to go out, which we'll have to put some stairs there. At the moment there's no stairs. So our pantry will be out here because there's no room in there for food. So we'll have a beautiful pantry that you won't really know that it's a pantry. And on this side, we're going to put in a bathroom because there's no bathroom in here, and I need a toilet. Before we move in, there has to be a toilet here. That's one of my main things. So shower's going to be there, the toilet, a vanity, and sink. And I think it's going to be really good. It's kind of going to be cozy, but again, we want this church to be self-contained. We are going to be living in this church while we renovate the rest of the property, the other hall, and of course putting that other pavilion in there. So we have to be quite contained within here. So some of the challenges that we'll be facing is to obviously make those 2 side rooms fit with the kitchen and the bathroom, that we can get everything in there, that we can get it in 5 months. We only have 5 months and a very small budget to get this place ready for us to move in. So we have to move in by a certain day, and that's it.
You can see at the top here how they've just boarded in the top, and they've done that because obviously birds were getting in and creating problems and nuisance. But what they've also done is they've restricted the flow of air, and these buildings really require that airflow to sort of cool them down. They've got no thermal mass. The timber really, there's no insulation or anything like that. So again, trying to reinstate how these buildings used to work climatically, I think, is also something that we should be respectful and go back to how they did respond to the climate originally. So one of the things at the moment we're trying to work out about re-stumping. We can't do anything until we've sort of figured out about the re-stumping. We've got a roof that leaks, so we have to look at the roof repairs. We've got to look at the painting inside, because obviously we can't live in here if we're then going to still paint it later on. Things like the roof, the floors, the walls, and then obviously we've got to start to fit out the sides with regards to the kitchenette. So yes, I think we can move in here in 5 months. Are we going to be camping inside a church with a working toilet? That's probably going to be the bigger question. But I mean, certainly we've got to get this livable, and the idea is once we get the church, then we move on to the hall, and we can move from the hall and then we look at the pavilion. So we're trying to sort of hopscotch and jump from one to the other, and obviously that 5 months we've also then got to make sure that we have got running water and drains and a septic system, because at the moment the septic system that's here is 40 years old and has completely beyond its usable lifespan. So that's one of the other things we've got to sort out in a very quick space of time. Okay, so this is our front doorbell. So not many people have a front doorbell like this. We're trying to find out more records about the bell when it first arrived and was positioned in 1914. So you can see here, I mean, the paint's almost completely peeled off here. It is literally just coming off. But I mean, again, for timber that's just been sitting here mainly unprotected for a very long time, it's incredible. And again, I think this is a testament just to the nature of the timber that's here and the reason that we really need to preserve this beautiful piece of timber heritage as much as the buildings as a place of religious significance. You can see here, obviously, we've got the LED light windows and stained glass. And again, these are all original to the church, so they're 100 years old now. And again, we've had a specialist in LED light windows come and give us an appraisal about how we can best fix these up and get these back to their original condition. Okay, so this is one of the many termite mounds that we have on the property. We have quite a few of these termites scattered all over the property, as well as this whole area, and they've been here for a very long time. Thankfully, they've never touched the church or the hall, and part of that is obviously the use of some of the species of timbers. The hardwoods are quite resilient to some of the termites. They're too hard. Some of the hardwoods though aren't. And again, we do have some borers that have been in there, but again, there's been no damage so far. So that's probably one of the main things that we've got to do, is how do we protect this from termites. It's been sitting here for 100 years, and really, as custodians of these buildings from a heritage point of view, we need to be sure that they're going to be here for hundreds more years.
This is the original church that was built in 1883, and I absolutely love the tall ceilings. They just captured my heart. It was one of the most selling points for me when it came to the churches. So this was the original church that was built, and then in 1913 they built the other church, and they turned this into a hall. And then the church hall became a Sunday school. It also became a hospital in World War II. So the vision is that we've got the 2 bedrooms here. The master bedroom will be down there. The other bedroom will be on the other side of this banner here. Just move around this way.
Oh, this is all our junk.
Yes, sorry, we have a few of our stuff in here. This is going to be one of the bedrooms, and this is going to be a bathroom and laundromat for us. So it's quite exciting. and Adam will tell you a little bit about the timber.
Okay, so the timber is what I really fell in love with. This is all hardwood, old rainforest hardwood from Fraser Island. The timber here is irreplaceable, and for me, from a historical point of view, this is what's really worth preserving, as much as obviously the churches and the church significance. You can see here, the windows were actually a lot higher originally, and these have been filled in, and it's one of the things we want to go back and reinstate, and we've been very lucky to find some photographs back in 42, 43 when it was converted to a field hospital about these, and they had hopper windows as well. So one of the challenges we have is re-stumping the hall because it is so low to the ground. A lot of the subcontractors we've talked to wanted to rip up the floor, and that's something that we obviously couldn't allow happen because it was just irreplaceable hardwood. Okay, so here we are outside the hall. No guttering. It's got a lovely line of water as it's been pouring down. So you can see here some of the damage in terms of the timber sills here. And this has obviously been copying all the storms that have been coming in from the east. And again, even on this side, they've actually, at some stage, we think after about 93, because that's the photographic record that we've got, that instead of repairing the timber here on this side, that they've actually sort of put this Harditex on the outside, this sort of FC. And that's one of the things that'll be a challenge for us when we rip that off, just to see how bad it is underneath. So certainly judging by the sill here, we may have a few issues on that.
So what are you the most excited about in renovating? What area, what project that you really want to sink your teeth into?
What am I most excited about? The fact that on a renovation, and I've done enough to know what we're in for, is that no matter what we face, we're going to be a good team, and I think this is a great challenge, and by no means do we think it's a small challenge, but I think regardless of what challenge we think it is, it's always going to be more than what you expect. There's always skeletons in the closet in a refurb or a renovation, and I think this one's going to have more than a few, but so I think this is a great capacity for us to rise up to a great creative challenge.
Yes, and we collaborate really well as well. As a team, we're really good with coming up with ideas, and we bounce ideas off of each other, and we just like get to the next level, as opposed to if just one person was doing it. So what I might see, Adam doesn't, and vice versa. So together we make a very creative, powerful team, I think, and we work really well together in that we don't get stressed with each other, we don't take it out on each other, when things go wrong.
They might want us to get stressed. I mean, this is a long project, so a part of this is our ability to maintain our passion collectively, and I think with projects like this, you've got to have that passion, that drive, because you don't want to be losing that. And I think that's the beauty of what we've got is that we really sort of we keep those fires stoked in each other in terms of what this passion is about.
Yeah.
So we have a great shared passion.
We do. And I think for me, what project I really want to sink my teeth into the most, do you know what it is?
What?
What do you think it is? The painting, yes.
I think painting's devil's work. Just there's so much of it here. I was just like,
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. Well, you're a painter. I mean, you love painting. Me, I'll just sketch it because someone else do it. So I think for me, because a large part of this is going to be hands-on, I think it's a challenge as an architect to not just conceptualize my work, but to actually sort of have the challenge of building some of this and restoring some of this. And I think that's something that's going to be a hard task, because it's always easy to be the critique. It's always a bit different when you're the one doing it, and you want to maintain those same standards and quality, and especially given that this building's such a special building, and the other one in particular.
It's a big job, and it's a lot of work, a lot of money.
Money we weren't even budgeting for. Nothing about this has been easy from the outset. It's all been, do we really want it? We've had to really sort of make sure that, we really wanted it.
We want to be very passionate about what we're doing, and this project is going to bring out everything in us. We just want these buildings to last like hundreds of more years, and without us doing this, they're not going to last.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to put the money into these buildings, or the time or the effort, but we saw something beautiful in them, and we want to make it a great home for us. I think also to say it again, that if you would like to help us and donate money, any bit, any amount is going to be helpful in restoring these babies back to their former glory. The link's going to be below with the crowdfunding. We appreciate anything that we can get at this point in time. I think that our budget's going to be very slow.
Nail, screws, anything. 2 cents a screw, that's good. We'll be happy with screws.
We just want these buildings to last like hundreds of more years, and without us doing this, they're not going to last.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to put the money into these buildings, or the time or the effort, but we saw something beautiful in them, and we want to make it a great home for us. And yeah, so again, the link's below. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll be able to join us on our progress as we fix up these heritage churches.
Yep.
And restore them.
Yep.